So just out of rehearsals, now going for a national car test, and hopefully I'll be on the road then to get a flight to go to Fake Club. First I need a car. Okay, so today's session is all about focusing on chest, a full comprehensive chest day. This is our last workout before we do get on the plane, so we do need to make it a solid one. We're going to start with some basic compound movements, barbell bench press to hammer the mid chest bench press. And then we're going to move on to incline and flies to open up those fibers and get that stretch. And then after that, we're going to hit some accessories, maybe some cable work or dips, just to round things out and make sure that we're really getting that dice look. The costume itself is it's definitely channeling Mr. Darcy vibes, so we need to fill it out. Yeah, so I'll probably start dehydrating now, and for the next 2-3 days, we'll get that tight, fine look for the event. By the end of the session, what I'm hoping for is to get a massive pump, and then just get that mentality that we're going to be full walking into the event. This last one really has to count, especially after the last couple of weeks of intermediate fat, the amount of cardio. Start off relatively light. Now this is my second working set, but I did take a break to do the camera, so we're just going to backtrack, and we're hopefully going to hit between 6 to 10 reps, trying to really emphasize on the 8th for 10. So if I know what I'm talking about. What I absolutely love about this gym is it's usually empty, which is just amazing when you want to do this. I think there is actually a ever-growing stigma around people who want to join the online fitness community and film themselves in the gym. It's becoming more like widely acceptable. But there is still that harsh judgment with it, and I think the only or the best advice you could give someone is just to say, you know what, if you do want to film it, just ask the gym itself, ask the owners, and just say, is it all right? And they'll usually say straight out yes or no, and then it's up to you to make sure that you're not being an inconvenience to other people. So having a space like this where they allow me to film, as long as I'm not being inconvenienced, and the fact there's barely ever any people here, is kind of a godsend, and it's actually helped me develop that confidence to have this. I think this camera is always with me in all the other gyms. Oh, this is not going to work. Some of the best tips I ever got for being in the gym when you're diving into a chest day, one thing that I do like to emphasize is going to failure, or I try to, because when you're training chest, especially with compound movements like the bench press or dumbbell press, pushing to failure is key for growth. Hitting every last fiber in the 3 heads of the chest, where going to failure ensures that you're getting the most out of your sets and promoting serious growth. Okay, so the belt, some people think it's just for squats or deadlifts. It's just important when you're pressing heavy on chest. A properly fitted belt would give you that core stability, allowing you to keep your torso tight and protect your lower back as you're pushing through the reps, and it doesn't cause you to... It's not about lifting more, it's about controlling that weight. Emily, don't forget flies. They are so crucial with developing a rounded chest, whether you're hitting them on a flat bench or on cables. You know, the squeeze at the top really causes the fibers, the extension, and then the squeeze really causes the fibers to stretch. What? No. No. Okay. So I've had this belt for years, right? And it was too big, like it was normal industry kind of belt. So the actual holes they punched were here, and I had to punch my own holes. But I think this is so mad. I've never, in like the last year or two, been able to hit these holes, like the final holes on the belt, that I probably haven't used in like nearly a year and a half. There is a certain pressure to look a certain way, especially when you're being perceived like as characters or through the lens of social media. It can be very intense mentally, whether you're striving to, you know, achieve that aesthetic they're looking for. There is this unspoken expectation not to just be fit, but to be perfectly fit. There is a certain pressure to look a certain way, especially when you're being perceived like as characters or through the lens of social media. It can be very intense mentally, whether you're striving to, achieve that aesthetic they're looking for. There is this unspoken expectation not to just be fit, but to be perfectly fit. This kind of idealization can definitely contribute to self-criticism and body dysmorphia, me personally, from experiences. It led to moments where I was critical of myself to an expectation that wasn't even my own. But on the flip side, and this is where it came to me from a health and fitness perspective, this idea can also serve as a motivator rather than just being looking pretty or fitting a character mold for your audience. It can be about improving your own physical and mental well-being. There's value in working towards a goal and using that image as a catalyst to get healthier and more confident in yourself. For some, it's not just about aesthetic objectification, it's about setting a high bar for yourself and feeling accomplished when you achieve it. The trick, I guess, is to find balance. Letting that goal to push you forward without letting it overwhelm you or define your self-worth. In this niche, I feel the pressure of these ideals, but it's not so different for what we see with fitness influencers, models, actors, and athletes themselves. They all have these intense, specific goals that revolve around their bodies, whether it's performance or aesthetics. It's another layer of exemplification, I guess. And in the end, it just boils down to having a target to strive for. It's something we talked about when I was on Ireland AM, how goals like this can be both a source of pressure and a source of motivation. When you strip away the comparison and focus on what you want to achieve, it can be a very positive force in your own fitness journey. The ideals aren't about becoming someone else. They should be about becoming the best version of yourself in both fitness and health. The key is channeling the aesthetic goal into something that drives you to work on your personal well-being, rather than letting it becoming a force of objectification or self-criticism. Going into the Book Talk community was completely by accident. It's brought some of the most beautiful connections with people I never would have met otherwise. I hope what keeps me grounded is trying to be humble with it as he flexes. But being able to blend fitness and passion has just been a really amazing journey. The fact I can incorporate my fitness journey into these stories and hopefully inspire others along the way is something I'll never take for granted. Yeah, it can be obsessive at times, and balancing those moments can be challenging. It actually shows how diverse our passions can be. I just hope I can be a positive influence. Whether someone's looking to improve their fitness, embrace their love for fantasy, or simply find their own unique balance. I kind of want to show that this world isn't as different as they seem. You can embrace all sides of yourself in the process. I feel very bloated. Okay, but this spot is actually magical. Essentially, just for clarification, this is basically the shirt I'm wearing for the jingle dun 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 dun, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell. A month too early. Yeah, so wonder if I need. I think I should have got some nipple tape just so that I know. Wonder if I need. I think I should have got some nipple tape just so that I know the shirt's not coming. Do I need to go get nip tape? Where does someone get nipple tape? Time to go dancing. I can't. Is it that? I think it's that. So just out of rehearsals, now going for a national car test, and hopefully I'll be on the road then to get a flight to go to Fake Club. First I need a car.
It is 2 a.m. and I forgot to do a podcast. This mic isn't even connected to the phone. Why am I talking into it?
Fucking crazy. She tells the truth and has a good heart. She's
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ashwin Campbell with our special.
Have to go find the baggage control. I know I'm about to be that person, but my bag was open. I had to go to baggage security and fill out all these forms because I'm missing certain pieces of jewelry. They lost his bag. I nearly lost his bag. Not even a joke. I went, found the room, finally, after they lost my bag, brought all my bags in here, and left the lost bag outside. I am very tired. Do not judge me. I'm too tired to even do the bed test. Is it good bed? Oh. I've been kneecapped by a bed, and I've never been happier. Oh, it's so soft. I've literally had 2 hours sleep in the past 48 hours. And I've traveled a distance, and no one judge me if you say it's small. It's not about the length, it's about what you do with the length. I'm now in England for a Fae Club, and I'm going to go to sleep for an hour before I meet some of the cast. But I'm super hungry. They may or may not have found me. Kira, where are we going right now?
Starbucks!
Why?
Pumpkin spice latte.
People, what just happened? Okay, for reference.
The kids are still there.
Pumpkin.
He tried to pick the pumpkin, but like pretended to. You
Pretended.
There were kids watching through the window.
The kids were there. Only 25 plates. Only 25 plates. You're pumpkin spice. Would you like to try turnip spice?
What?
Turnip spice.
Turnip spice.
Yeah. Turnip spice.
Oh, turnip spice. What?
Turn left onto Halton Road.
Am I about to go meet the chap who choreographed and danced in the ballroom scene in the live action Beauty and the Beast? Maybe.
Turn right onto Cross Street.
As soon as I turn right.
Matt just made it look too easy. I did not know this dance at all. Straight off the plane, straight into rehearsal for a couple of hours. It might seem like small moments, but when you have them where you're surrounded by people who just get you and you feel an instant sense of acceptance, that's what it feels like being back here with these old creatives, new people who bring such energy and the same passion and that spark, you know, to try and light up a room. And there's this unspoken connection, like, yeah, we're all in this community and we're all here for this crazy, beautiful world of ideas together. I think the best part was not just catching up, but also making new friends, fresh faces, fresh ideas, and that electric energy that came along with it. It's like, wait, you're amazing. Why didn't I know you before all this? And then suddenly the conversations, the collaborations, and the laughter together just turns into even more inspiration. It's a reminder of why this community is so special. Also, I didn't drop Juliet once on this slippery deck. I'm also very much swooning that I'm dancing with Matt.
Our realm is very simple. Treat others as you wish to be treated.
Don't judge me for not being able to use a bus. Give me 1 second because Bella actually got us to the West End.
I made it.
You made it.
Yeah, no faith.
Honestly, me by myself, you know, like, Bella's the one that saved us. Oh, what's that? Can we go on that?
Your phone. Oh, it's really bad at the moment. Dude, yeah. Don't know why.
Shall confess someday in heaven, on earth, and on the earth that Jesus Christ.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
To find Mr. Bean.
And then past the Mr. Bean statue.
I fell asleep what? 10 times? First West End musical, what do you think?
I quite liked the second half. I didn't like the first half. I quite liked the second half. But you were a goner. You were a goner.
I fell asleep for about 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, do this.
Do the splits.
Do the split.
Sorry.
Okay.
I've seen any of your videos. Brilliant. Sorry. I know this guy. I think your cousin's awesome. I love how wholesome it is.
Does it feel to be in the presence of the Agatha Christie?
I would marry her. I love her work.
Right now?
Lose control. There's a fire within my soul. Good morning. Finally found it back to the hotel. I get to train with Corey today. Yeah, kind of starstruck with that one, but we're going to hit chest. See how that goes. My ego is going to be like, I can bench 10 more than this guy. He is jacked. He is absolutely jacked. It's cool.
For this workout, I thought it was just going to be like a shared space that we both liked, trying to connect with each other. But straight away, it turned into like this deep, meaningful chat with us each trying to max each other's PRs. But we kept on talking about like mental health, progression, and trying to merge fitness into this community, clearing your mind and find the low pocket of sanity in each one of our chaotic world. And Gori himself, like, he has no ego, no judgment, and it was just such an open vibe. Like, we're all here trying to figure this out together.
Boom. That's where we just came from. An delicious career. It's really humbling, just like having this opportunity to learn from him.
So don't worry about the syncopation, just get used to that. 180 for me, and then I spin her in, my right 3, 4, and 5. There it is. Suddenly she's a lot higher.
I felt like both an insider for this and also an observer, like fully included in the incredible moment, but a fly on the wall, just like quietly doing my thing, capturing everyone else's drive, the glances, the laughters, the slip-ups, the determined moments, the tweaks. This is what makes everything feel electric to me, like that buzz of creatives coming together, all focused on making some experience something magical. And that's exactly what this shared space was, these intensive few hours in such a short amount of time coming together with so much patience, so much intention and craft. It was truly unforgettable. It wasn't just about making something looking good, it was about creating something together, and being a part of that, even in the smallest way, was a reminder of why I love this community so much.
And everyone is wrecked.
Not me. I did no work.
But you applauded very
I wanted them to feel like they were doing well.
So for future reference, I'm so sorry, Elle. I'm just so sorry. I am currently very freaking lost. Oh, wait. Welcome, Matt.
We went on a surprise night out with a lot of the guests, and I believe this is me trying to give myself a pep talk because of anxiety.
T-minus, I want to say 10 hours, but it's probably more like 7 until the event. Starlite Soirée. So, we're trying to get a bit of work done just outside while we wait for the boys, the bat boy, to go to the gym. I need to capitalize on that. Like, I'm training with the bat boys too. I think there was some soccer team staying here. A bunch of random lads in tracksuits walking onto a bus. In the space of just like a couple of hours, everything just started flowing. Myself and John, though, it has to be said, like, we can lift Juliet so easily, and it's just like a case of we put so much momentum into it that we're like, okay, we can keep going, not realizing that we actually have a person like on our shoulders that we're just like spinning. So we place her down and we're like, we're done, and Juliet's just like, there is too many fires to be putting out on a Saturday, but we're off to final Fake Club dress rehearsal. We are going to the venue and hopefully it goes well. On a double-decker bus to go to our final dress rehearsal. This is the most glamorous we've ever been. Boom. So, 8 months in the making. 3 mental breakdowns. 2 failed attempts to dance together. And now,
Here we are!
we are here.
These flowers never came with the note, but whoever did send them, thank you very much.
It was run by a really famous chef.
I think you're right, like having a unique space like this, but so in the community's eye that they haven't seen before, is actually all of this art. I mean, this one I've always loved. Like, is it okay? Oh my god, the one of Bella. No, but that's like the vision of the dress that you saw when you were making it for Firebird. Yeah? Yeah. We're in Farrah's cabin.
Yes. And it's looking good. We have the soup.
Where's the soup actually? Yeah, I'm hungry.
There's
It's one.
There's
What?
one up there one as well.
Heinz.
Heinz, top quality.
I was about to say Farrah is bougie when it comes to her soup.
Well, you know, she is us. We've got Tiny Tea Drinker, we've got Beatrix, Moonflower, who she made the Fae Club one.
Yes.
That's all her, and then we've got someone else to bring art as well, but this is just set up.
This one is phenomenal. I always love this with the mirror.
And then just the paintings I did, just this for aesthetic. But they're the talent.
This is...
It's nice, just to showcase it.
I want this mirror. Second of all, 3 hours, 2 hours until dress. Well, full final dress because we've been rehearsing. We all got food. Anxious? Yes. Excited? So excited. Everything is just falling into place. Bar me, no moments.
4, 5, 6, and catch your 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 3, 4.
Tie your hair in two.
This is my unorthodox method.
What are we doing?
We are turning into heroes.
So, in all transparency, this was the first time I'd ever done any form of scarring on myself, and I'm pretty sure it looked terrible, but no one judged me for it, or the YouTube videos I had to watch to try and figure out how to do it. Instead, I told everyone laugh at me, or they did. But there was this moment doing this where I did have a bit of dismay in myself, and I was like, why couldn't I get any of this right when I was younger? Not just the scar, but just trying to find people who had the same mindset or people I felt connected to. Like, as I watched all this beautiful on chaos unfold for this, I started thinking about how many times I've heard about this fantasy-loving world.
We're going to go into sound check soon.
We did dance. No one got dropped.
You're smashing the dance, Stuart. Have faith in yourself.
I smashed Matt's mental health.
And for so many of us, books weren't just stories, they were safe havens. They were escapism, the world where we were able to finally feel accepted. And I wondered how much sooner I could have found this community if I had just learned to accept myself at a younger age. But standing there that night, seeing this world being brought to us together, I felt incredibly humbled. Not just to be a small part of it, but because people would come up to me and they would say things like, we love your fantasy content, we love your acting, it's amazing, but your mental health awareness posts have shown me to value myself. Hearing that, is so humbling on a whole other level. Because what I've always wished is that I could give my younger self that narrative. But now I'm trying to give it to others, and I'm immensely grateful for it. So grateful.
David and Ren. Our Shadowmaster and Seer.
Looking back on it, the rest of the night was such a whirlwind. A balancing act between performing and trying to connect with people. But I couldn't help but marvel at the community, the camaraderie, the celebration, joyful chaos of armor clinking, capes whirling, crowns gleaming under the lights. It was such a reminder for every single person who stepped into that ballroom that fantasy doesn't just belong in books, but it can thrive in real moments between people you connect with. Now, it wasn't just about the performance for us, it was about connection, and hopefully, despite a few quiet moments of anxiety, the work was there and everyone enjoyed their night. There was so much laughter, there were so many moments together, and I just hope that the audience could feel that connection and what it meant and how deeply valued the chance it was to give something incredible to them. Looking back on it, I can only hope that, everyone had fun and got lost in the magic and the chaos and the unforgettable joy like I did.
This is so satisfying. Ew, nice. So, decompressing. Night is over, Fake Club, amazing success. I like the hair like this, but we need to get out of this costume. Just like, what an amazing experience. Overall, very, very grateful and just humbled in general. And Fake Club done.
So that's a wrap on my first fantasy ball. What an incredible night, full of chaos, full of laughter, and so many connections. I hope you enjoyed coming along for this ride, my shoddy vlogging skills. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned, because who knows when the next adventure will come out. This is Stuart. Bye.